Good morning students. Welcome to the class. In this video lecture, we are going to understand decomposition reaction with the help of activity 1.5. First of all, the word decomposition is opposite to the word composition, or you can say opposite to combination reaction. In combination reaction, two or more than two reactants combined to form a single product, whereas in decomposition reactions a single reactant will decompose into two or more than two products. This is the equation where ferrous sulfate, which is a single reactant, it decomposes into 1, 2 and 3 products, which are ferric oxide, sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. Similarly, we have one more example where limestone decomposes with the help of heat into quicklime and carbon dioxide. In previous equation also we have used heat. So whenever we use heat to decompose a reactant or a substrate, that type of decomposition reaction is called as thermal decomposition. The meaning of the word thermal, THERMAL, is heat. Thermal means heat. This is your first type of decomposition reaction. Now, decomposition reaction is of three types. First, we have seen thermal decomposition. The second one is electrical decomposition, where we use electrical current to decompose a reactant into its components. For example, electrolysis of water, that we will understand in upcoming videos. Then last one is solar. This is third type of decomposition reactions, solar decomposition reactions, where we use the heat of the sunlight to decompose a reactant into two or more than two products. Now we come back to this activity 1.5. Here step 1 is take 2 grams of ferrous sulfate crystals. Understand this term, this name, ferrous sulfate crystals. Now ferrous ions are Fe2 positive and sulfate ions are SO4 2 negative. So when they combine, they form this FeSO4. 2 positive and 2 negative will be balanced or cancel each other. It will become FeSO4. Okay. Now they are crystals. Crystals means they have water of crystallization. So along with FeSO4, there are certain number of water molecules which are not shown in this equation, but you may write it. It is mentioned below in the paragraph. This 7H2O. Here they have put a comma, which is wrong. You remove this comma and put a dot. It is the correct way of representing. I'll write here FeSO4 dot 7 water molecules, 7H2O. So if we add 7H2O, not add means just write dot 7H2O here in the place of reactants, like this, FeSO4 dot 7H2O. Then in the products also we will write 7H2O, only if we write on this side also, reactant side. Otherwise you can write like this also. This is also correct way, no problem. So FeSO4 dot 7H2O, these are the crystals of ferrous sulfate. Once again I repeat, crystals means they have water of crystallization. For example, ferrous sulfate has 7 water molecules attached to it. It is also called as green vitriol. Why? Because the color of ferrous sulfate crystals is green. Now come to second point, that is note the color of ferrous sulfate crystals. So the color is green. Then we have to heat the boiling tube over the flame of burner or spirit lamp as shown in figure 1.4, and after heating we have to observe the color of the crystals after heating. Now look at the diagram. In this image, figure 1.4, they have shown a student wearing a lab coat. She is working in chemistry lab. That is why she is wearing this white lab coat for protection or safety. So see, they have shown this correct way of heating the boiling tube containing crystals of ferrous sulfate and of smelling the odor. Odor means the smell. She is holding this boiling tube in such a way that the fumes that are coming out of the test tube, they do not go directly into her nose. It means she is not holding this boiling tube, or you can call it test tube, straight like this. If she holds it like this, then fumes will directly go into her nose or respiratory system, and these fumes or vapors of the gas which is coming out during boiling or heating, they are usually harmful. Like for example, sulfur dioxide gas is coming out, and you know that sulfur dioxide gas also causes acid rain. So these gases are harmful for us also. So note down that the correct way of holding boiling tube or test tube during performing this experiment is to tilt it or bend it so that the fume is going from the side of your face. But also be careful, because your friend who is or classmate who is performing experiment standing next to you might be facing towards you. So you have to be careful that these fumes do not enter anybody else's respiratory system or nostrils. So this was the safety point. Now coming back to the color. When we heat ferrous sulfate crystals, initially they were of green color. First of all, they will lose the water of crystallization and they will become white in color. First they were green, they lose water of crystallization, so we will write minus H2O. Water is gone and the color has become white. We further heat it, then it becomes brown or dark brown. Why it becomes brown? Because after heating it forms ferric oxide. This ferric oxide is also called as rust, and you know the color of rust is brown. So ferrous sulfate crystals upon heating becomes brown in color. That is the exact answer. Or you can write they first become white in color when they lose water of crystallization, and then they become brown in color when they form ferric oxide. Also they release two gases. First is sulfur dioxide, and then the second one is sulfur trioxide, and both of these are harmful gases. Also we will note down the odor or smell of the gases coming out. So smell is, it is called as pungent smell, or pungent means very sharp tikhy smell. Why? Because of this gas, sulfur dioxide, it has a characteristic odor, that is pungent smell. So we will go through these 2 points. In this reaction, you can observe that a single reactant breaks down, means decomposes, to give simpler products. This is decomposition reaction. Ferrous sulfate crystals, that is FeSO4.7H2O, lose water when heated and the color of crystal changes to white. It then decomposes to ferric oxide, then becomes brown and releases gases sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. Ferric oxide is a solid, whereas these two are gases. So here we complete this activity. Next we have example of calcium carbonate. This we will do in next video. Just have a look at this diagram or image once again. So this is boiling tube. It is having crystals of ferrous sulfate. This is burner, also called as Bunsen burner, and here they have mentioned one precautionary note, that do not point the mouth of the boiling tube at your neighbor or yourself. Wafting gas gently towards nose means just move the gas slightly towards your nose to smell it, to know the characteristic smell of the sulfur. It is also a test of sulfur gas that if we smell a pungent smell in the lab, it means sulfur dioxide is there. So that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching.